Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next match of the Zelda Randomizer 2024 Winter Tournament. We have here a match between Antlerz and Cfalcon in round 2 of the championship bracket. Cfalcon being up 1-0 as this is game 2. I am Elso, and I'm joined here by Magpie Maiden.
Oh, hello. Good evenings, Lionels and Gentle Keys. How are you this evening? Everyone excited for this race? I am.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what do you think we're going to get for a start? But it's too late. They're already there.
Well, at least this is good access to the Western Armos. And we know we don't start with a quarter, we start with a power bracelet.
I was going to cheer for Raft because I was in the mood for a seed with a capital S. But fine, power bracelet, let's go.
No early Armos. Instead, you get early level 7.
Oh, yay. Goody, goody.
We know it's not second quest. Hi. Okay.
But it is ladder block.
This might be a quick dip. What a great start.
I sure do love taking out 2 cheese doodles with an orange sword first thing in the morning.
Well, you get bombs for your efforts. Can't really complain too much about getting free bombs.
Nope, and he is not even going to bother to try and spend those on that room. He is just going to come back later. Can't blame him one bit.
Yeah, the odds of being ladder blocked in the 7 are very high right now. We are going to see
I was about to say, I think, yeah.
Yep. We're seeing a power bracelet check. Gonna probably check this bomb spot, too. Ooh, those are squishy. It's level 9!
And there we go.
So now we know the vanilla power, or the power bracelet that we will find throughout the seed is not going to be in level 9. That's kind of important. How is the ranking set up? If you're referring to the ranking as whose audio, I think it's just, at first it's just kind of whoever's audio, and then it eventually transitions to whoever's in the lead. If you're referring to left-right, I don't know. We get some any roads. Forgotten spot is no longer forgotten.
Antlerz doing the graveyard checks first.
Genova likes not to eat the door repair.
With only 2 rupees, we weren't going to find out what it was anyway.
And this looks like a West Death Mountain play early. Finds level 5 in the process. This could be second quest.
Could be second quest first half. I haven't seen any second quest monsters yet. Oh, Wand under the Armos found by Cfalcon. That is going to give him some nice early combat speed.
And immediately finds level 3. Yep, this is second quest.
That is second quest first half. But with a wand, very dippable.
Yes. And unlikely to be bait blocked also. And there's the confirmation.
Hey!
Right.
So, rule of 5, half broken. The first stair was not a transport stair. It was unfortunately just a rotten banana, however.
Yeah. I mean, that banana actually looks pretty fresh. It's the blue banana that's like, what's question? I think it's blueberry flavored banana, which is just weird.
That's, yeah. Now we need a sci-fi show with blue bananas. Just compliment the blue milk. Pretty cheap blue ring-ish. And it's doable. 238.
Red bubbles are going to be ignored thanks to the wand. And Cfalcon's going to elect to ignore the stair at first. Instead, going to clear this room, and I'm kind of hoping we see a Kanana key set up here. Oh, does not get the Kanana key, but does get a regular key, so continue on.
It's for fun.
And another key. You like keys. Antlerz able to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You were probably about to say the same thing I was, finding the bomb shop.
Yep. And forcing a bomb in the process. Oh, hi. Well, you don't gotta worry about keys anymore.
That will be an any key out of 3.
This is a very strong start for Cfalcon so far.
Yes. He's definitely going to be able to clear dungeons very quickly.
We're gonna try to wand this down, but Antlerz has found 2 dungeons here on Death Mountain, including level 2, but cannot get in because he doesn't have any keys. Now, I think if you're Cfalcon, you're gonna pick the Triforce up, but you're gonna go back in looking for the other item because it is level 3.
Right,
Very
he's still
easy.
looking for his 4 item, I believe, correct?
Correct. And Antlerz does not want anything to do with that letter.
Why would he leave the letter on purpose?
He's probably gonna pick up a potion out of a Take-Any cave, and I don't know if he's realized just yet that it's second quest dungeons, which would make the potion a bit more valuable because of the red bubbles. But also has his wand, has level 3, and is now definitely going to know it's second.
Yeah, there's things I still don't know, so don't mind if I ask any silly questions like, why don't runners always want the paper?
Definitely not a problem. And the paper does kind of slow you down a little bit. Cfalcon's elected to leave level 3. Looks like the book is the other item in there.
It's an item you're always happy to run across accidentally because you never know if it happens to be handy. But if you spend extra time digging, you kind of always have to decide, like, I kind of would have liked to have the time instead, you know?
Yes, but given that the old men are going to give you helpful hints with the book, sometimes you'll pick it up anyway just for the hints at 9, and in this case, because we got it so early, it's going to be very helpful as soon as a hint shop is found. Instead, you have some money.
Yes, that was his second medium secret at 36.
So, I always found it interesting that this level is so small they had to give it an apostrophe.
So, where do you think the apostrophe would land if we actually had to spell out Zelda with the levels? Is it like Zelda? Does it have to be between 2 consonants?
I feel like it would end up being... I mean, based on the way that it's presented, it would be Zelda, but... Yeah, I think Zelda is the better way to do it. Or go full back... sorry, go ahead.
Well, then we have to figure out what vowel it's replacing, what letter it's excusing.
Silent Q.
I was gonna say an O. Zelda.
Or you could go with the order that the game presents it in, and it is Yault.
Oh yeah, that's rolls right off the tongue.
Yes, the cousin of Ia and Nasir. So Cfalcon's now going to go to Death Mountain, but with keys in hand, we'll be able to do a little bit more in 5 and 2 compared to Antlerz.
Antlerz also going back in for full clear of 3. Can't blame him. You get a nice small dungeon like this with the wand. You definitely want to make sure you don't miss anything.
I am pretty sure the forced bomb from Cfalcon was absolutely planned and in no way was accidental.
He finds his boomerangs. Oh, it was a Wizrobe room right after the boomerang. That might explain why Antlerz just decided he'll come back later.
Yeah, that's not the friendliest of rooms to have to deal with. And this is, okay, it's a corridor stair. Oh, it could very easily just lead right back to the blue Wizrobes. Antlerz continuously saving. I kind of like it. Being able to reset the bomb count. And looks like Virekeys rolled up to 2.
Oh yay, beefy Vires.
That's a 4-headed Gleok. It seems we're going to be doing that later, but I would mark that room down because I can't drop a 2Q5.
And now Antlerz is going to come back and take his best shot at 5.
So to answer a question about the hints. So there will be 6 hints you can purchase in the game. There will be some number of old men in dungeons, depending upon which quest you're doing. Cfalcon will now know that this will lead back to Blue Wizrobes. And the old men in dungeons if you have first quest or shapes, they will always give you a hint about a dungeon location if they have not been replaced by bomb upgrades or door repairs. And they can also give you item hints, as well as the old men in the caves can give you item hints in the form of Dungeon X has item Y, or something such as play a melody or sail over the water to tell you that there's an overworld. Strictly speaking, the old men can hint to any item in the game, as long as it's not a heart container, unless it's the heart container on the coast. So there's not strictly a list of everything that the old man can say, but probably the most comprehensive list is looking at the list of items and their possible locations, which is pretty extensive.
They're doing a lot of handshaking here in these twin Gleeoks right next to each other in 2 adjacent rooms.
This reminds me of the race last night where we had 3 back-to-back-to-back Gleeoks. And of course that led to a discussion of, well, what would happen if you just replaced all of the level bosses with just Gleeoks that had consistently more heads the higher the level number.
Oh my goodness.
So enjoy your 8-headed Gleeok in level 8. Antlerz is not going to be happy when he comes out the other end of the stair. If he takes it, he will not, though. That's an ugly room.
That is a very ugly room, and unfortunately we are looking for a 4 item, so they may very well have to come back and visit it.
Well, that we haven't seen the Triforce yet either. If the Triforce is in that room, which the game would absolutely put the Triforce there, the runners may come back for that later. I might would consider using bombs, at least to get the Wizard's HP down, but nothing in here.
Those Wizrobes look a little beefy.
A little bit interesting that Cfalcon didn't look for the bomb wall, for the walkthrough wall, and look at this. Antlerz is going to go ahead and give this room a try. Getting some really nice groupings. Down to 4, down to 3. Uses all of his bombs. Gets a bomb force off of the last Wizrobe, and it's the Triforce!
It's a very combat block type Triforce. Oh, I think he knew there was a bomb in the room behind him.
Yeah. Honestly, I think you take this Triforce and you just leave.
I mean, you only have 1 item left to dig. You can come back later when you've got more hearts to deal with all of that time-consuming combat.
That's actually really significant for Antlerz to get that Triforce. And one of the common themes of this tournament is what look like small incremental advantages can end up having a large butterfly effect as you get later into the scene.
I mean, alternatively, if, say, silvers are the other item in 5, and Cfalcon goes back and full clears 5 when he's got more combat readiness, it could take Antlerz a while to decide to re-dip that if he's got other better options.
It very well could, but at this point, if you're Antlerz, you've also now got a recorder, which is going to help a lot. You're not thinking about level 5 until the game tells you have to go back.
Yep, and now that he's got the recorder, it'll be much faster to backtrack if he needs to.
Yep. Now we might see both runners go ahead and elect the full clear 2. This 2 looks like it's a much easier enemy set.
Now, which letter is 2?
Letter 2 is the A. Oh, that's a ladder block of nothingness.
The item appears in the middle.
Even if the item appears in the middle, dark rooms can only have things such as maps, keys, bombs, compasses, fiber keys. Major items and Triforces will not appear in dark rooms. And also,
a shoot room.
Oh, that shoot room does normally appear in 2. There should be an item in the upper left, so if there's not a freestanding item, then that's the main.
There was a key on the floor outside of the chute.
Okay. Then that's not going to be required. That's one of 2 shoot rooms that has an item on the left. The other one is in level 6. And blue Dark Knights are squishy.
The game had to give us something after it beefed up the Wizrobes and the Buyers.
Yes. So really good heads-up maneuvering from Antlerz to say, okay, they're gonna go every which way if I try to stab them from behind. I'm gonna do the wall strat.
And Cfalcon about to find his Triforce in this room full of Gibdos.
We'll see if he elects to go back in, having Recorder in hand.
The dungeon all but shoved that in his pocket.
And we have Dr. Mario today for the whistle team. Oh!
Love it.
Oh, that's... Okay, that's your vanilla power bracelet, so that's not a big deal. But that's ladder blocked. However, comma, if you're thinking about the logic, the power bracelet being ladder blocked in 2 means that the ladder cannot be a 9.
Good point, good point.
So if both runners see that...
I believe Cfalcon will, because they've definitely come back in to dip for that second item.
Yeah. And I think both of these runners will be thinking in terms of, okay, that's a ladder blocked power bracelet, so I probably need the ladder, because the game does not take your starting items into account for logic. So that's why the power bracelet being required to get the 9 is so important, and why the power bracelet being ladder blocked here in 2 is so important.
Now that we know the seed is considered to be power bracelet required.
And the ladder sit in the game saying, huh, you thought it was just power bracelet. No, here is a ladder block too. We could still see a gamble on a ladder list, but knowing that the ladder is hard required for that power bracelet, it's kind of tough to gamble on complete ladder lists.
Right, because then you have to just hope that there's also not anything in any of the ladder spots when the logic was perfectly free to put things there.
Combined with you have to hope there's no further ladder blocks in dungeons besides just the power bracelet.
The room Cfalcon is in now, that is called a Chevy room?
Yes.
Yeah. You'll skip the ladder, and that will be the day poor Ganon is in a Chevy room.
Depending on the... Okay, so Ganon in a Chevy room is technically killable, you just have to be very careful about it. The bigger problem is if Zelda's in a Chevy or is blocked by a Chevy. Ooh, Antlerz takes a death.
It is a very tough overworld in some spots. There were a lot of guys on that screen out to get him.
Antlerz just reset. I'm going to assume he saved out of level 2. That'd be a lot of progress to have to go back and redo. Yeah. Antlerz saved after level 2. We're good. See an arrow shop.
Yep. And candle shop as well, but unfortunately not enough money to pick up the candle.
But Cfalcon does have enough, so if Cfalcon finds that candle shop, is going to be able to pick it up. That could just be another little incremental advantage that would help Cfalcon get a little bit back into this, because again, Cfalcon needs that Triforce out of 5, and it is not the easiest to get.
Secret? Ooh, 8 rupee small secret.
Not ideal. Cfalcon's gonna go ahead and buy a potion here. I like it. I like the play. You know there's red bubbles. You would like to have sword available for Ganon, and you're also on no ring 3 hearts.
Now, I just saw Antlerz walk into the candle shop, but there was a bit of a stutter, and I'm not 100% sure if he made a purchase. He would have had to have found a pretty decent-sized large secret. He did not. Okay.
No candle yet for Antlerz. Okay. And we know the white sword item's a heart container, so we're not going to have to worry about that too much.
Check our coast here. Eventually. I'm wrong. I saw water, I got excited.
Antlerz will now find an A road. Go banana! Now this candle could be the thing that swings us back towards Cfalcon. Remember, Cfalcon had the slight early advantage with the early wand. Then Antlerz took an advantage by getting that Triforce out of 5, which honestly is pretty significant given how difficult that room was. But we'll see if this candle gives Cfalcon some breathing room to get back into 5 a little bit later.
very quick a screen wrap from Antlerz, making it look super easy.
You can buffer the left to right ones, as you're seeing Antlerz do with the sword. I find for me it's less consistent to do that. Right. Turn the game console off right now!
Was that a 19 rupee door repair?
Looked like it. 19 or 18. And a bomb pack for both runners. That's what you want. Level 4! It's everyone's favorite level! Tiki 4 is 30 rooms. It's really hard to work around. This is Walker. This is a bomb upgrade. There's a corridor stair.
That's just it. He did find the stair pretty quick. Let's see what he finds in it.
It's a heart.
You gotta have heart. Guess who
Well, at this point, you're on 3 hearts. You probably are going to take at least a couple of hearts to have some buffer. Even though you know the white sword item is not going to give you progression.
I mean, if you're ever in the neck of the woods.
And I'm kind of shocked that we're 21 minutes in and I've not seen it take it yet. No, this could be our other item. Oh, it is. Well, okay. Not quite how I expected it to be the other item, but it was.
Well, Antlerz doesn't have to worry about finding himself enough money for a blue candle.
Yeah, that's actually quite significant for Antlerz because of that. So that evens out the playing field on candles. Right now, Antlerz with a little bit better knowledge of dungeons. See if he can convert that into a lead going into 9 here. Because it is going to be a 1 Q or shapes 9.
And Recorder Lake is a potion shop.
Cfalcon's going to continue checking the deadwoods. Well, the door repairs at least 8. Nothing else really doing here.
Another medium secret.
Antler's willingness to fight the Blue Wizard so far has been one of his strong suits in this race.
Commendable!
Let's see, can he get this one? He can only afford to take 0 hits here. Oh, gets it! Gets a map for his efforts.
Going on. A little more money for Cfalcon out in the overworld.
Cfalcon has not found much with this candle yet.
He did just find the first take any we've gotten to see, however.
Gonna be able to pick up that heart.
Oh, this is a fun room. Oof,
Oh.
yes.
Antlerz is going back.
So much fun, Antlerz decided to do a little dance and take a nap about it.
I don't remember the song going like that.
Do a little dance, take a little nap, go back to start.
Go back to start. Alright, so the magical sword's along the coast. It could be raft blocked.
They could be. In which case, I was actually being quite benevolent when I was hoping for a raft start.
Cfalcon's gonna finish near start. Will likely find level 4 on the way here. But so far, not a whole lot extra.
He's decided to buy the arrows.
It's not a bad idea. Guarantees you won't get Goma blocked as soon as you find the bow.
Yeah, that's always rough. That's very rough. I did see a seed with bow and 9 Goma blocked silvers in another dungeon.
Antlerz has found the Triforce in 4, and I'm guessing is going to leave.
I forget what he saw for items. Besides, he found a heart, and I think that was it.
A heart and a red candle.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yep.
So, even though there's one item left in there, it's 2Q4.
Yeah, that's a lot of rooms.
And especially without a ladder, it's a little bit of a gamble. Level 1 at the power bracelet spot. Antlerz pulling ahead again with the big dungeon knowledge.
Wow, we have seen a lot of dungeons pretty quickly here in this seed.
And remember, there's a level 7 sitting over by their start.
Another take any for Cfalcon.
Actually, by my count, we're only missing 6 and 8. And level 1 and second quest will have 2 floor drops.
And a Gleeok in a pear tree.
The shim can have a drop, so that's why Antlerz is clearing it. Oh, look at that!
Oh, that's gotta feel really good. Nice and cozy when you pick that up early in the seed.
That's probably going to be the thing that will send Cfalcon back to 5 eventually, is a red ring.
Yeah, I believe Antlerz has left 1 in 5 and 1 in 7 so far.
Antlerz has left an item in 5 and an item in 4.
4, that's right.
We have not been able to get into 7 yet per lack of a ladder.
That's the one that's ladder blocked. Yes, okay.
And naturally, we haven't gotten an item out of 6 or 8 because we don't even know where theirs are yet. Well, there's the second item in 1. It's the second heart. It's another heart. Cfalcon will find level 4.
Hopefully, he will not be treated quite as cruelly as Antlerz was. 4 does tend to ask for some very long visits.
Yes. It just wants to make sure you're. It really wants to make sure you're healthy. And if you are, it wants to fix that. But right now, I would say Antlerz is in the stronger position to force a game. Oh boy! Well, 1's Triforce might be ladder blocked. Hold on to your butts, folks.
Yeah, has he full cleared the bottom half of this E?
He's checking his last room now. Oh, this was the heart container. Yeah, I think it's ladder block Triforce in level 1 unless there is a transport stair that he can take. Which could be in this room.
Yeah, that must be what he's looking for now.
Oh, man. Could you imagine if the ladder was in this one, but you just have to take the transport to get to it?
It is a transport. Will it get him up into that northern quadrant of rooms, though? It will!
Okay, now he just needs a bomb wall. There it is. Antlerz should be able to pull a Triforce out of here. Can get the compass if he wants it, but at this point, you have so few rooms left. You're basically just going to find it by clearing the rooms anyway. Really
he's got a 50-50 shot, I would say, of it being in here or another room. Just based off random guessing on my behalf.
No, it's not here.
Or here?
Cannot be in here because it's a dark room. But, oh boy! Antlerz. There we go. Yep, check that one wall. You always check the one wall to make sure that it's not the one wall. Because if you leave a dungeon thinking it's ladder blocked and it's not,
oh,
well,
yep.
There you go. Oh, but it still is! It doesn't matter!
That is so troll. But he wants to check anyway. He wants to know.
Oh wait, there is a chance. If this is the room from 4 where the item spawns on the right, he can get this. There is a chance. It is!
Wow!
You can get the Triforce in 1 without the ladder!
Just so barely, though. My goodness. Good for Antlerz.
And I could definitely understand leaving that dungeon saying, okay, you know what? This is ladder blocked. That is a massive heads-up play from Antlerz to say, wait, there's a room in 4 that this can spawn on the right in. I'm going to check for it. Here's one of our hints.
Game. Tatango dwells with the recorder. You don't say.
Well, you might not have had that. Oh yeah, wait. This is under a recorder spot. You physically can't get here without it. And so this seed so far is coming up pretty heavily in favor of Antlers. 5 Triforces to 2, including the Triforce out of 5. Red ring in hand. We might have an item here for Cfalcon.
I got a peek at the big secret, and it is 89 rupees.
Here's some hints. Sail not to save the princess. The raft will not be required. A feat of strength will lead to the bow. A feat of strength will lead to the red ring.
That one we just found, but the bow being behind the power bracelet, very interesting. Because we know that 9 is behind a power bracelet spot.
I'm gonna be honest, if I'm Antlerz, especially given Antlerz has seen most of, if not all, the power bracelet spots at this point, I'm just playing this as if bow's a 9 at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen 6 or 8 yet, but we don't have a lot of spots left to check for it with the power bracelet.
Yeah. And knowing that you don't need a raft, all you need is a ladder. Yeah, I think you still dig for the ladder, but as soon as you find a ladder, you're treating the seed as if you're in go mode. Silvers are the other long pole in the tent, but given that it's not Second Quest 9, you have reasonably good odds of getting a silver tent in 9, which will get you there.
I can do the door repair math properly. It is 24 rupees for a door repair.
That's a little steep.
Yeah, our runners are definitely having a hard time holding on to large cash this seed. Alright, Cfalcon going into 1, taking his Pepto.
Gonna find a red ring and a heart container here, and hopefully check for that Triforce not being ladder blocked.
It's quite the walk.
It is. And there's not really anywhere good nearby to whistle to.
True. The walk might be long, but it's still going to be a lot shorter than having to come back here without the whistle later.
Yeah. And I think Antlerz has seen every power bracelet spot, and by process of elimination, we can say the bow is in 9. And Antlerz finds level 6.
6 just sitting there, ready to be visited.
You know what would be crazy?
What?
If after all of this, 7 isn't actually ladder blocked, you just do the most magic bomb walls.
I mean, that room did have 3 walls on it.
There are options. Not good ones, but they exist.
At least with it being so close to start, it shouldn't be too hard to get back there and check it out.
Hard for Cfalcon. Now, I do think Antlerz will go ahead and dig 6 for the ladder, mostly because, like, you don't want to go... Well, there's magic. Actually, that would make me a little bit more willing to dig 6, because now I know I'm just looking for stair rooms until I find the Triforce, like this room.
Right, right. Not having to dig for 4 items is nice, because every time you run into a heavy combat room when you're looking for a 4 item, you just... you have to sigh.
And say, well, thanks. And then you clear the room anyway.
Listen, it's important that you show the seed who's boss. You can't show weakness.
Oh,
No
a heart
fear.
container. Okay, now the turntables get a little bit exciting.
So that was a boomerang and a heart in 6.
Mm-hmm.
So all we have left is 8 for unseen dungeons, and of course 9 for unseen items. And we're still looking for both the bow, the silvers, and potentially the ladder.
And of those, here's what we know. We know the bow is in a power bracelet block dungeon, and I believe you've seen all the power bracelet spots. The bow is going to be in level 9. The ladder, on the other hand, could be in 8, could be in 4, could be in 5, or could be behind a super magic bomb wall in 7. And silvers can be anywhere. Alright, let's see if Cfalcon decides to clear this. Does not.
No. Figures come back with the ladder.
Or check other rooms that aren't potentially ladder blocked first. Both of which are valid.
I mean, I didn't realize the Triforce, and Antlerz just grabs his Triforce at 6, see if he goes back in for that second item.
Given that he's seen both, I think that's kind of unlikely.
Oh yeah, I just said that, did I?
Yeah, very quick 6 though for Antlerz is a good sign. Just gotta find 8 now. And hope that 8 is not ladder blocked.
How about ladder spot down on the coast for 8?
The open shop near the coast item?
Yeah, sure.
Have we been there? I don't know if we've been there. Cfalcon's assuming it's ladder blocked.
He is.
This is a completely reasonable assumption, but still tough.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a room where the Triforce could drop on the right. I would have made the exact same assumption.
Yeah, it's one of those very nuanced things about Second Quest. Because it only drops on the right if the room from Second Quest 4 shuffles in. So it's one of those like 2Q exclusive things. It's really just a huge heads-up play from Antlerz to say, oh, that's a possibility. But Cfalcon finds 8!
It was candle blocked, not power bracelet blocked.
Which confirms that Bo is in 9.
And Antlerz deciding to buy the wooden arrows as well.
Alright, so now the question becomes, what does Cfalcon need at this point? Because if ladder's an 8, both Antlerz and Cfalcon are going to find it, and Antlerz is immediately going to go to 7. It's looking like a first quest back half, which means we have first quest 7, which nobody likes.
It could be worse.
Oh, that's interesting. Cfalcon has not found 6 yet. Antlerz is going to take an any road here. Antlerz is going to check what this is. Oh, it's level 7. Antlerz is going to go try for a bomb wall on 7.
Instead of trying to dig around for the ladder, I can't blame him.
So the way that we know Bo and 9 is guaranteed...
no, I think he just forgot.
The way that we know the Bow and 9 is guaranteed is that we saw a hint that says a feat of strength will lead to the bow. The only 2 dungeons that we have seen that are power bracelet blocked are level 1, which had a red ring and a heart container, and level 9, which currently has 2 unknown items. So, by process of elimination, 9 is the only remaining power bracelet blocked spot that could hold the bow. There's a ladder at 8!
Ladder in 8.
Alright, so with that, Cfalcon may elect to just go ahead and go back to 1, get that Triforce. But I think Antlerz is in the area where this was.
Yeah, and the room is right on the way to the Triforce. It's just to the side of it, so I don't think Antlerz is likely to miss the ladder.
Plus, Antlerz knows that 7 is ladder blocked, so it's very unlikely to skip items in 8 at this point, compared to going back into a 4 or a 5. So, the big difference maker right now between these 2 runners is that not only has Antlerz found level 6, which is up in the waterfall, but arguably more importantly, Antlerz got the Triforce out of level 1, which for all intents and purposes appears ladder blocked, but actually isn't, because the room from Second Quest 4, where the item spawns on the right, is the Triforce room, in a vertical river room, and Cfalcon saw that room earlier and said, you know what, that's probably ladder blocked. Furthermore, that's a white sword, that's certainly helpful. Antlerz also got the Triforce out of 5, which was in an 8 blue Wizrobe room that both runners found early with 3 hearts, no ring. We have second quest back front half, first quest back half. So hints in 9 are going to be helpful for finding silvers, which is why I think we're not going to see the runners go looking for silvers in some of these dungeons. Once Antlerz finds level 8, he'll be able to go in there, get that Triforce, and immediately go to 7. The ladder is in level 8. It is a floor drop somewhere near the bottom. And raft.
And raft as well. Which we know is not required.
Cfalcon's gonna skip it, which is kind of... Well, actually, Cfalcon knows that 6 is by the river and 6 is the only dungeon left. So yeah, this is fine.
I believe... Wasn't it Cfalcon buying the hints? Doesn't he know?
Falcon has not bought the hints, but there was a hint in level 8 that Goma creeps by the river.
Ah, yes, right. So he will take his Triforce and head out. Our coast item, by the way, was a heart container. So 2 heart overworld.
And it's going to take Antlerz a little bit to get over to this 8. Let's see where Cfalcon decides to head with this ladder. Going to go straight to the river to go look for 6. This makes, honestly, a lot of sense.
Antlerz picking up some bait.
Could be required in 7. Now, Cfalcon doesn't know that the bow is power bracelet blocked. So Cfalcon's more likely to dig some of these levels looking for additional items, which might net him the silvers. There's our white sword heart.
Yeah, which items has Antlerz left behind? You said 4?
1 item in 4. That was the second stair item in 4. The floor drop in 5. And that's it. Antlerz can't get into 7, so can't get those items, and has not found 8 yet, so cannot get those items. Yes, we've... So, level 9 is at the power bracelet spot over in the graveyard. It is one of 2 power bracelet block dungeons, but the other one of those is level 1, and we have both items out of that. So that's how we know that level 9 has the bow in it.
So that's what we're going to probably need for Falcon. Falcon is going to need those silvers in 5, because he hasn't gotten his Triforce there yet, so he's more likely to full dip it before Antlerz decides to go back and check it.
Yes. I believe... Nope, no items are left behind in 8, we know all those, so yeah, Cfalcon full clearing 5 is probably their best bet.
But only if they can get there quickly. They've got a lot of dungeons between here and go mode, and it's not going to buy them too much time because Antlerz doesn't have that many dungeons to go back and recheck. He does have a lot of rooms in 4, and because of that, I feel like he's more likely to check 5 before he checks 4.
Now there is one X factor in all of this. If Cfalcon is still looking for items, because I don't think Cfalcon may not buy hints at this point. So if Cfalcon is still looking for items and ends up getting the items out of 7, and it's 7, that becomes a very likely last location for Antlerz, because level 7 is 33 rooms and it's got only 2 items in it.
True, true.
There's Antlerz getting the hint for 6, as well as the hint for 3, which had the book in it. Oh, blue Wizrobes rolled up.
Very beefy Wizrobes this seed.
Yeah, not what you want to see if you're a runner. So, as of right now, Antlerz still has a strong lead, but there are avenues for Cfalcon to make a comeback here, and naturally 9 can still do 9 things where it just decides, nope, you need a double magic stare to get to the silvers.
Yes, the phrase used in A Link to the Past Randomizer a lot for Ganon's Tower is calling it the Great Equalizer.
We have the same phrase for 9 here, that it's called the Great Equalizer for a reason. There have been races where one runner gets to 9 with many minutes of exploration ahead of the other, but the other runner just gets the right stairs and goes through.
Yeah, no, I've seen it happen. You go left, and the other guy goes right, and the seed just happened to be picked a favorite that day.
So Falcon's gonna head back to 1, and 1 actually was pretty close to a Triforce spot.
Antlerz deciding to also leave the raft on the ground. He does not feel like having hot dogs for dinner. Here we go. If we had to describe each item as a piece of food, things like the raft are easy, right?
Yeah.
Pack of hot dogs, no problem.
Or bratwursts.
Okay, yep. So inclined.
The bratwurst is also very easy because it's just a croissant.
Yep. We all know about the croissant and the bananas that are the boomerangs. Oh, and he found his white sword in 8 now.
Now, the white sword is a vanilla frosted pastry.
That could work. Yep, it could be like an eclair, really well frosted.
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna go with candy cigarette.
Ooh, I like that too.
Dating myself a bit.
I like that the wand. I like the wand being a lollipop.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
The bomb is just one large blueberry.
Let's see. Ladder's a tough one.
I've heard it called the spice rack.
Okay, that is food adjacent. I'll accept it. Cfalcon quickly dips one, grabs his Triforce, and then plays himself some Dr. Mario, moving on to the next.
Flute I've heard described as the breadstick, but I also like the churro.
Ooh, both good, both good. Churros make me think of going on vacation, though. Like, you almost exclusively buy those when you're on vacation.
I feel like the meat is too easy. Let's see. The rings are ring pops.
Oh, yeah, naturally. Now here we go, 5. And Antlerz finds the Triforce, but he came in from the north side of the room, so he can't get it.
And hasn't seen the ladder yet.
Now, there is a door on the left side of that room, so he's not blocked from it, just temporarily frustrated.
And here's a room for Cfalcon. Okay, there's Zelda's room.
Oh, that was quick.
And Antlerz is going to say, nope, I'm going to go look for items, and they say, we know it's the correct.
Of all the places in the game to use the ladder, as fun as it is to like world wrap and clip into the coast item, or get past any random particular ladder block, nothing makes you feel as powerful or cool as when you can use the ladder to just march right through a maze room nonstop. You just feel like you're breaking the laws of physics, like you are the master of the world.
The Bowman 9 is known via hints of a feat of strength will lead to the bow, and 9 is the only power brace block that don't have all the items in. Cfalcon finds where the Triforce is. Antlerz is going to go ahead and go into this first quest 7. Gonna hope for an early Triforce announce. And then go play the guessing game on a Silvers at 9. There are 4 possible hints in level 9. 1 for the Silvers, 1 for Ganon, 1 for Zelda, and 1 for what guards the compass.
Well, we haven't seen all the items in 7, right?
That is correct. We've seen none of the items in 7.
So he might choose to dig it. Will he choose to dig 7, or will he choose to bet on both Silvers 9?
Given that it is a first quest 7, I think you're going to make the gamble on 9, because you do have the option of getting hints in 9.
Right. Hint will tell you where the Silvers are.
So, Antlerz knows that it's a 9 because, as we see, a Floor Heart is the second item in 5. There's only 2 Power Bracelet block dungeons, those being levels 1 and 9, and Antlerz got both items out of 1. So Antlerz should know at this point that bow is absolutely a 9.
Did he see the hint?
Antlerz bought it, yes.
Oh, yes, that's right. Right.
It is Cfalcon that hasn't seen it yet. But now Cfalcon's got to push through this wizard room. Thankfully, does have the red ring. And also getting the potion out just in case. Oh, Silver's in 7!
That was exactly what Antlerz needed. That
wow.
Pretty much closes up Cfalcon's opportunities to make up a lot of time here.
Yeah. Cfalcon's got to take that path to get to that portion of 7 to get those silvers. Well, Cfalcon's definitely going to go to 9 here. But Cfalcon does not have the bow yet, so Cfalcon may be more willing to take 7. That's the converse.
Right, right.
Thank you, old man.
You don't say.
And Cfalcon's immediately jumping into 7 himself. This is actually pretty close.
This is neck and neck. One difficult combat room apart, really, depending on how far it sends you back.
All Cfalcon's got to do is find the silvers in here. Now, there is the argument to be made that you leave 7 if you get an early Triforce. You go, oh my goodness, that's an early Triforce for Cfalcon. That could be devastating. But remember, Cfalcon doesn't have the bow yet. Might not be quite willing to gamble on bow Silver's 9.
Yeah, see, he knows the bow is a 9, so you're always a little less reluctant to bet on the full package in 9.
Well, Cfalcon doesn't know that the bow's a 9. That's the thing.
Oh, he's the one who just. I'm not gonna
you can't go that way. So that's going to be the question: is will Cfalcon gamble on both a 9, or is Cfalcon going to go back? Say, you know what? I gotta just dig here.
Goma block was not good to see, because the more of those he runs into, the more likely he is just go look somewhere else.
It really is a question of, is Cfalcon going to choose to... I mean, you see a Goma block in 7, you may well think that the bow is in 7. Especially if you don't find a second item early. Stair's going to take Antlerz straight to where the Triforce is. So, here we go. Antlerz is... Yeah, this is it. Antlerz has all the pieces of the Triforce eligible to go into level 9. We're going to be listening for a Roar of Ganon. We're going to be looking for the door to Zelda. We're going to be jumping into every stair, looking for the bow. Alright, let's see what Cfalcon does here. If he just gets the Triforce and leaves 7, or if he sticks around. Okay, it looks like he's going to stick around at least a little bit. Antlerz into 9 at 51-18. And only one way in. Probably right into an immediate transport.
You called it. Plenty of bomb walls to choose from, though.
Yes. Cfalcon choosing to dig extra rooms to the 7 is going to pay off in spades.
I'd be nervous about all of those Gomas I'm seeing, though.
Oh, I would be too. Cfalcon is going to be able to bomb out.
It's quite the combat room Antlerz is dealing with here. But he gets a clock.
And it's not Wizard's, very important. There's a bomb upgrade. Cfalcon would like to be able to afford it, but just a little short. There's Zelda. We think.
Oh!
Doesn't have to be Zelda. But based off of Antlerz clearing that room and seeing no wall masters, that's most likely Zelda. So that's 1/3 of the puzzle done. And Antlerz knows it's a first quest 9. Both runners are a little bit low on bombs.
Yeah, even with the any key and a nice stack of bombs, it can still be quite expensive to navigate First Quest 9.
Yes. Antlerz is going to mark where these stairs are depending on how he tracks 9, but not take them just yet. The beast awaits in northeast of Skull. Now we know where the general quadrant where Ganon is, and this is the room with the silvers.
Question is, yes, Cfalcon has seen the Triforce.
I think with this many Gomas, it's reasonable to say, okay, I've got one item, I'm gonna leave, and I'm just gonna go somewhere else and assume Bo's not here. And that looks to be what Cfalcon's doing. Tektites guard the compass.
He did take his Triforce, so looks like he has decided to say, you know what, 9's got 2 items, I'm otherwise good to go. And this is it. Like, we thought Antlerz had a pretty solid advantage, but if Cfalcon just happens to stumble upon the bow first, the lead could evaporate just like that.
Cfalcon into 9 at 54:11, about a 3-minute difference. That is not much.
It is still very much anybody's race. We are neck and neck here.
And every stair, and here's the thing, it really does. Cfalcon should find Ganon on the natural routing. And the silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere. That would have been the hint that Cfalcon needed if he came here early.
He did just, however, find the clue for Ganon. A little bit faster than I feel like Antlerz found it as well.
Cfalcon has been jumping into the transports.
That's
the difference. Cfalcon's got a bomb south here to find Zelda's room.
He's gonna double ladder clip Antlerz
But Cfalcon's gonna take the stair instead. Gonna put him over near where the Tektites guard the compass hint is, so... there's a chance Cfalcon will just find out where Zelda is via compass. They're both kind of in the same area. And this is the compass hint for Cfalcon. Antlerz with the crucial piece of info where Zelda is. Antlerz needs to take a win here in order to force the game 3. If he does not, it will be Cfalcon moving on to the round of 16. But Antlerz out of bombs.
Oh no! He has to go get a bomb.
And Antlerz is gonna leave 9 and look for bombs on the gorillas. There's one over there, but he can't reach it!
Oh, so cruel! Cruel seed!
Without a boomerang, you can't reach that bomb pack! Or arrows.
Those two boomerangs sitting on the floor as this seed are probably the smuggest boomerangs ever right now.
Yeah, I'm imagining the boomerang. It's one of those cases of... Ooh, Cfalcon finds a way to the corner of 9. This is not Ganon.
But it is the northeast, so he could be nearby.
And I believe this can have a stair. I don't think there's a restriction on dark rooms having push block stairs.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can only listen to one runner's audio at a time, so we don't know who hears that roar first. Falcon.
Yeah, Antlerz has bombs, but this is a new room for Cfalcon. Normally, this is where the red ring is. Is this where the bow is? Although Antlerz is also in a new area of 9.
It's neck and neck. It's so exciting. Just in the transport for Cfalcon, unfortunately.
He is going to take it, though, and it's going to put him in the southwest with Antlerz, or southeast with Antlerz. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is exciting. Oh, but here's the land melee. And Cfalcon's going to say, nope, I'm going to save this bomb. I want to make sure I can force... I'm just going to go back.
Land or Lamelai?
I don't actually know. I've always said land melee.
I like it. It sounds like a fun dance.
Alright, now Cfalcon's probably going to push this block. Nope, going to take the locked door. Might have been avoiding that locked door if that's where Ganon is over in that area.
Northeast? Yes, Ganon is in the northeast.
Yep. Antlerz up to 8 bombs, Cfalcon still on 1.
Yeah, it's not a short walk, so you would not want to accidentally get trapped in with Ganon. Oh, and Antlerz has found a stair.
But I think Cfalcon has 2. Disco 4 is the bow!
It is the bow!
And Antlerz finds the heart!
Oh no!
And Cfalcon pulls ahead, he's already in the northeast!
He saw the hint, he knows Ganon is near here.
And honestly, he's been in enough of the northeast, he may have heard Ganon already.
But he doesn't know where Zelda is. He hasn't seen the shutter door, and he hasn't gotten the compass.
That's right. Oh, but we heard Ganon on Antler's side.
We did. I just heard Ganon.
Oh, man.
Oh, the audio has switched. We are listening to Falcon?
Yes. Okay. Never mind.
Never mind.
Ganon's here. Antlerz is in the northeast, though. Just needs to be able to get over 1 column. Actually, needs to be able to get over 2 columns. The comeback is not complete just yet. Cfalcon does not know where Zelda is. But Antlerz is making his way towards where the bow is. If Antlerz can get this bow, he can still take it.
Yes, he has seen a lot more of 9 than Cfalcon is. So it really depends now on if Cfalcon happens to find Zelda before Antlerz finds the bow, because I believe Antlerz has the location of Zelda, and he has the hint for Ganon, so he's probably got a pretty good idea on how to get to him pretty quick at this point.
Yes, Antlerz does have both, but what Antlerz does not have is a bomb wall. Antlerz needs to get over to that column. Was that open? No! Antlerz is going to have to keep searching.
Kill this Gleeok and go south.
At the 1 hour mark, both runners still looking for 9, and that is a very empty map for Cfalcon.
Man, I gotta tell you, if you have already been in 9 for a good 6 minutes, and it's an hour into the seed, you have got to be sweating. Antlerz has got to be,
Antlerz gets a floor bomb and has potentially found a path. Does it open? It does not, and the silvers or the bow's one room above him. He's got to find another way.
Get over there.
Okay, maybe this will lead that way. There is a door.
But wait, more Gleeok.
Oh, what if this leads backwards through the Ganon, though? Oh, but Cfalcon's found Zelda!
He found Zelda! Almost, maybe he knew. He went almost straight to her. Well, congratulations! Our race runner tonight is Cfalcon with an official run time. Actually, I'm not in race chat. I can say
the official time is 1 hour and 51 seconds.
Congratulations, Cfalcon. Let's see if we can get him in here for an interview.
And Cfalcon will be moving on to the round of 16, where they will be facing off against... I'm gonna pull it up real quick if I can. According to this, Cfalcon will be facing off against our number 1 seed, Test Jerk.
Ooh, wow. He's got his work cut out for him. He's heading in for a very interesting matchup.
Man, talk about out of the frying pan and into the fryer.
So Antlerz just made it up a little bit to that northeast corner, and then he heard Ganon's roar.
And has waved the white flag at this point. We are now joined by Antlerz. GG's.
And Cfalcon has also joined us. Thank you for the wonderful game. GG's.
Yeah, thanks, GG's, Antlerz.
Yo, GG's.
One of my friends mentioned some unfortunate circumstances that might have gave you problems in 9, it sounds like.
Yeah, I just couldn't find the bow. Knew it was in there. I assume if I wasn't ahead going into 9, I was probably, it's probably neck and neck.
So, the difference getting into 9 is, Antlerz, you got in about 3 minutes before Cfalcon did. So, there were a couple of things that looked like it was going to be the deciding factor. Antlerz, you getting the bow out of 5 early. Cfalcon, you getting the wand first. Cfalcon, then you found 8 before Antlerz, but Antlerz found 6 before you did. But really what it came down to was Cfalcon, you taking some stairs in 9, and that kind of got you up into the northeast corner, which got you into where the bow is without having to go through Ganon's room.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds about right. I'm generally a non-stair taker, so sometimes it helps you, sometimes it burns you.
Yeah, I mean, I only walked into 9 with 1 bomb in my possession, to be fair, so I didn't want to start bombing and lose that. And there's about 3 times in that 9 where I was trying to keep a count and didn't, which was really unfortunate, but I guess enough rooms dropped bombs that I got away with it and found the bow.
9 was absolutely sassy with bombs. Poor Antlerz had to step outside onto the porch to get himself a bomb pack at one point, and Game had the indecency to drop it over the rock wall on him.
Yeah, I mean, it was my fault for losing my count like 3 times. I had a stored bomb once, and I got left mullered. but I mean, it wouldn't have changed things, I don't think, because I probably would have up A'd and like tried to bomb into the left column after I saw Ganon's room there. I don't know if you could get there through Ganon's room, but
you could get there through Ganon's room by killing him, but that doesn't help you when you don't have the bow.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can bomb the wall to the left out of Ganon's room and walk south of the bow, because I never tried it, because again, even after I got the bow, I still only had one bomb, and I didn't want to waste it to shortcut, so I just walked around.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I saw pretty much all of that 9, except for the left column and a few rooms in the northeast. I had just found Ganon's room when you done, pretty much. Like, I was 1 or 2 rooms away, but yeah, it was a rough 9. It's how it goes.
I mean, sorry, I just want to call quick. I am shocked I won, though, admittedly, because I just felt behind in my progress, having to double dip a couple of places, and then God, when I got to 7, which my last Triforce, and I didn't have bow and silvers, I'm so glad that I kind of operate under the assumption of I don't want to play for both in 9, because otherwise I would have been in. Well, I guess the game did say silvers were elsewhere in 9, but then I would have had a weird decision to make, so I'm glad I pulled those.
The other item was a heart container, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, we were a little worried for you because early on, Antlerz had bought a hint that said that the feat of strength was required to get the bow. So he knew the bow was in 9, but you didn't have that hint, and we were worried that you might bet both bow and silvers were in 9, and leave 7 early because, gosh, 7, who wants to, right? We were so relieved for you when you went back in.
Well, and especially not having the hint when I took the transport in 7, it popped me out in a locked Goma room. I'm like, can I even go anywhere else in this dungeon? So yeah, that was pretty pretty sketchy. I do have to ask one more thing, because I apparently did a really stupid and did the thing where I didn't notice I hadn't checked this on my tracker and never walked over there. What was the coast item?
Heart container.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a double heart overworld heart on White Sword and Coast. Speaking of running into blocks and dungeons, one thing I really got to commend Antlerz on was getting the Triforce out of 3 with no ladder. Despite there apparently being 3 ladder blocks in between you and the Triforce with normal routing, you managed to find that one transport stair and sneaky bomb wall that got you in.
Oh, do you mean level 1?
Oh, shoot, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3. I'm pretty sure wasn't ladder blocked.
3 was the first thing y'all did.
What's that?
3 was the first thing both of you did.
Yeah. I found 5 and 2 before I went to 3, but I was feeling real good when I found that recorder out of 2, and then really good when I found that 4 was recorder blocked. Then 1, everything was kind of falling into place. I found 6 up there. I made a wrong turn in the overworld. I got a little confused for a moment, because I was like, I've done all my power bracelet checks, but I forgot 9 was at a power bracelet check. So that's why I up A'd after level 1 and was like, what's going on here? So yeah, I would have gotten it to 8 quite a bit quicker had I not up A'd, because I would have routed back up through Candle Row, but it's not that big of a difference, to be honest.
Talking about this, I just realized one of my other goofs, and this is where my blanking on second quest drops comes into play. I didn't even think for a second to kill that Digdogger 1 on the other side of the river. I completely forgot that's where the Triforce spawn, or that's where the drop is in 2Q on that side when that room appears. Like, I had recorder and everything, I just didn't do it for some reason.
Oh, you had to go back in.
Yeah, because I knew that was the room, because that was the only room I hadn't cleared, so...
Yeah, luckily that transport took you... It was like 2 rooms in, and it took you right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys. That was such a great race. Neck and neck, trading leads. Just a really, really great night from both of you. GG's. Very much so.
Absolutely. So Cfalcon, you will go on to face Chesterk, I believe, in the round of 16.
That is correct. Anyone who knows the old like sewing circle
And
days.
everyone joining us here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's going to be a. I mean, we haven't played against each other in like 4 years, to be fair. So I'm gonna say that this matchup might be the same but different. Because I think we're probably both a lot better than. Well, I know definitely he's a lot better. I mean, for God's sake, he's the #1 seed in this tournament, so I take nothing lightly, and it should be a hell of a matchup. And the Antlerz, man, GG's. I know even when we played last year, you said something about us being like pretty much 50-50. Well, I guess we split the two series now, so that seems about right.
Yeah, man. You've been killing it all tournaments, so keep it going. Looking forward to watching your upcoming series.
Thank you so much, guys. Everyone else here joining us tonight, thank you so much for coming to watch the races. Ultimately, we put these on for you as much as for ourselves. And if you would like more race action, we do have a Z1 Randomizer race going on Speed Gaming's main channel right now, only 10 minutes in. Please give these runners, however, a follow before you go, because as you've seen, there is nothing but quality entertaining races to be seen from them. Thank you so much, Antlerz and Cfalcon, tonight. This was truly wonderful.
Yeah, thanks, Cfalcon, and GG's, dude. Hoping to watch you kill it going forward. And thank you to everyone for putting it on. Much appreciated.
Yep. Thanks, everybody, for putting on the stream tonight. Always appreciate it.
And speaking of everyone putting this on, of course, we want to thank my co-commentator, Alsoa, and our tracker and our streamer, Camion Renokai. Thank you so much, guys, for helping us put this on tonight.
And also a big thank you to Magpie, as it has been an absolute pleasure tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and happy racing.